It's new parts day. Let's finally get this RamAir induction kit installed on the Mark IV Golf. First thing, let's get the heat shield put in. So it's all pre-made for the car, so you just slot it into place. It uses the original airbox fixings. We've got the MAF that slots through there, so I'm going to bolt that MAF in so that our heat shield is positioned, and then we will bolt the heat shield down. So I'll just use the included fixings from the kit to bolt the MAF in. Right, let's get that screwed in. Now, when you're fitting them to one of these 1.8 turbos, what you'll notice is the heat shield sits higher above the fixing point here at the front. So they include a couple of different spaces in the kit. So all we have to do is slide a spacer under there, slide the long bolt through, and we are good as gold. So that's going to sit nice and level. So I'll get that roughly screwed down, not completely tightened in, and then we know we can still pivot at that point. Now the front bolt's loosely in. What I'm going to do is just take the small rear bolt, because that only has to be a short one, and I'm just going to roughly put it in place, just a few threads, so that I've got enough movement so that as I move it around, I can get it sat and settled exactly where I want it. But that's nice and snug now, so we can screw the MAF to it. So there we are, MAF is loosely screwed into the heat shield, so now I can get the filter, everything set up, tighten everything down, and that is installed, quick and easy as that. MAF is all bolted in at this point. I'm going to latch down the heat shield so that can sit in place. I wanted to leave it loose while I screwed on the MAF so it could find a nice settling position without damaging the body of the MAF sensor, because that would be disastrous. And that is our heat shield in place, and the only two things left to do is put the connecting collar on and then screw on that lovely filter. So that is nice and sturdy and in situ. Next piece is the connecting collar then. So super easy. Now all the MAF is bolted into place, we slide that on, make sure that's nice and snug. And then I'm just going to slide up the clamp. I'm going to send our ratchet through and snug that down. Arguably the best bit, and I'm going to have it with the RamAir branding facing upwards because it just looks fantastic. But as you can see, they are such well-made filters, and this is what I always go for. Always like to go for a RamAir filter on any of the project vehicles we're doing. I'm going to slide the filter into place. Just orientate that just how I want it. Easy as that then, 10-minute job and it is in. I've just got to tighten down the last clamp, but that looks phenomenal. With that heat shield there and the RamAir branding, it just looks incredible. Now I can't wait to hear how this sounds. There's going to be a clip of that coming up in just a moment. I think it's fair to say that is mint. I want to say a massive thanks to the guys over at RamAir again for sending me that kit. They looked after me big time here. If you want to get yours, I'm going to tag RamAir, you can go and check it out there.